Hello, welcome. So I'm going to quickly go over all the new stuff in the UI department, which is actually a lot. So I had a talk with a past student actually named Bradley, and he kind of works on UI stuff at his day job, and he had a lot of good suggestions for me on HEAVYPAINT. So first of all, icons. I've been trying to do this like little by little, but I'm trying to do it more seriously now, dig into a lot of icons. So we have all the stuff on the bottom has been replaced with icons now. So we have mix mode, smudge, mix, regular mix, eyedropper, stencil, and eraser, all up here. So everything down here has been just moved up here for now. I'm gonna see how it works, see how it feels. Before it felt kind of awkward, like jumping from the bottom to the top to get those tools, so maybe it'll be nicer up here. One thing I'm maybe worried about is that this may not work for mobile because there's just too much stuff up here now. So maybe this will be like the desktop way that it works, and then on mobile I'll have to figure out something else. Okay, so the next thing that he suggested is something that seems very obvious now, and it's another thing that sort of might work better on desktop than mobile, but I decided to give it a shot and see how it feels, and I really like it right now for desktop. So this right here is the new tools menu, and it replaces the tool menu and the texture menu. It kind of combines them, and it's nice because you can see the tool, and you can also see the texture setting per tool like highlighted there. And then you can also change the stretch mode or the mapping of the texture, and then in here there's more space for a bunch of other settings, tool related settings. So probably this menu here will eventually become like a full-on tool creation UI here, where you can do all the settings, like set the size, the color jitter, the rotation type, all that stuff. You can probably do it here and kind of save them into each tool, and possibly create new tools, import new textures, and all that stuff will probably live here. So I think that's cool. And then the other nice thing is that it gets rid of the texture icon, which is, now it's cleaner, I guess, in that way. I also made a little scroll container here because the regular scroll container I was working doesn't really work for mobile, so this one does work for mobile, where you just use your finger and you can just drag up and down. And also it's a lot cleaner than the default scroll container, because normally this like giant bar pops up here. It's really ugly, but this one there's just like a little minimal bar on the left side. What else? Oh yeah, this is something that a lot of people have suggested, but having these sliders so that only the bar changes color but the dot stays bright, so we can always see what color we're on, which I think is pretty good. I wanted to do this, but the way that sliders work in this engine, it doesn't really allow for this, so I had to kind of create my own custom sliders here, which works for this type of thing. And then what else? Yeah, so icons. You can click on these twice to bring up the tool menu. So it makes this tool button over on the side a little redundant, but I'm hesitant to remove this one because this is easier to discover than just having to double click on this or click on it twice. I don't know. I mean, it would be cleaner without it, but we'll see. It's easier, it's more discoverable with this icon. That's kind of the trade-off now. Oh yeah, the file menu has been improved greatly. So I mean, I know it's very exciting stuff, but you can type in to search, so it'll just auto search stuff, and you can press enter to go into folders. What did I do? Oh yeah, and then also the save menu has been tweaked a little bit. This was another one of Brad's suggestions, because when you save now, it's sort of ambiguous. So let's say I save something called A. Before it would just say h.hp, but now it says .hp/png, so you know that you're saving both the project and an image at the same time, which is, I think, a good thing. And then here, when you get into the save menu, it tells you we're saving a .hp file with that name, and then you have the option to export the PNG as well, or you can also export all the layers to the folder. And these are checkboxes, so you can do both or none or whatever you want. So I think that's a lot clearer as to what's actually happening with the save. And then we have this export size multiplier, which before I had the working size and the export size, which I think is a good thing, but also it maybe is a little confusing. I don't know. I'm still not sure how to explain this clearly to the user, that you have a working size of your document, like the canvas has a working size of resolution, and then you also have a export size, and they're independent of each other, so you could always be working at one resolution and export at another resolution. So like the export resolution doesn't affect your working size, basically. Anyway. Oh, why is this OK button not doing that? No, anyway, let me go back here. I hope you guys could hear me this whole time. I've been... Hello? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Good. I think we're alive. Camden says, do you often do studies for composition? Yeah, I mean, this is just practice in general. Let's see, so I'm going to do landscape here. Okay. This is ChungKing Express, everybody's favorite movie to do studies from. Let's see how it goes here. I'm excited to try these new UI improvements. Oh, that's not good. It's not supposed to pop up over there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these improvements, or maybe they're not improvements. It's getting tricky now, because they're definitely, I'm seeing things that are better for desktop but worse for mobile. So worst comes to worst, I can detect if it's mobile or desktop and just configure the UI based on that. I mean, ideally I want it all to be consistent through all platforms, but there's some cases where it just makes sense. Like, this menu here, I feel like if we're on a phone and it's really thin, and let's say we don't have this kind of resolution, because the other thing to keep in mind is your finger is chubby sometimes, So I'm thinking if you have a very vertical setup like this, maybe the textures part goes on top, and then the tools part goes on the bottom, so it switches from horizontal to vertical, possibly for when we have these portrait orientations. I don't know, but it's good stuff to think about. I'm glad that Brad gave me all those suggestions, because now I'm like, sort of feels like it's opened up another door of shit to think about, Alright, let me turn the music back up a little bit. Hello guys. Do I know what the mobile versus desktop split is? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's similar on all platforms. I haven't seen one platform that's like way more than the other. Although I haven't really been checking too closely lately. Well, let's do a quick little poll in the chat. Can you guys just post which version you use in here, and we can see like what the most popular version is, at least for YouTube people. Yeah, it's tricky. There's some situations where making it better on one platform makes it worse on the other, and vice versa. Oh yeah, we also added a little plus button here for new layers, which I think is nice. I'm trying to get the whole layer system to be so you don't really need to use hotkeys if you don't want to. Game Boy. Oh, there's no BlackBerry users here? Oh man, I spent so much time on the BlackBerry version. iPad. Okay, a lot of iPad and Game Gear. Wow, okay, so mostly iPad, I guess. It's weird because when I mean, last time I checked, Google was like a lot more users than iOS. But then it seems like most people that actually use the app a lot use it on iPad. I wonder how that breaks down. Like people that use it a lot, like power users, I guess, are probably more like the more hardcore people are probably on iPad, I guess, because you know you probably do art if you spend a lot of money on an iPad Pro or whatever. Because there's probably a lot of people that download it, like try it once and then never open it again too. But on the other hand, there's a good amount of people that are really hardcore, like that, you know, like have done challenges with it and they're super consistent and just like, I guess, oh yeah, doing schoolwork and stuff, just learning with it. It's pretty cool. Okay. I should probably try using the some of the buttons up here to see if they work actually. Oh, let me draw this first because I know I'm gonna screw it up. So this happens sometimes. I need to figure out what the deal is with that. It's like not deselecting sometimes the texture. Okay, I did the proportion of this wrong. It's like, I think, too narrow. Learn painting from the ground up with old HEAVYPAINT. That's crazy. That's so awesome. I mean, it's kind of funny how HEAVYPAINT, it started off with like 5 tools, and you know, every month or so there's a new tool, and now there's a good amount, I guess. But yeah, I guess you kind of grow with it if you started off with the original version. Can you make it for web browser? Yeah, I've tried the web version, and it's cool, but it's not as responsive as you know, on an actual device. I mean, it works. The web version works. It's just a little bit slow. So. HEAVYPAINT without layers is the best. Yeah, I agree. The purity of no layers is really fun. I think layers kind of does suck some of the life out of paintings. So that's another thing I gotta figure out. If this version does go to mobile, or yeah, if it goes out and becomes the official version, is it going to be, it could be like that layers are just turned off and hidden by default, and then it's just an option that you can enable, although that might just scare people off in the beginning too, because they open the thing, they see no layers, and they're like, what the fuck. I don't know. Or maybe it's better if by default the layers are there, and then the user can turn off layers completely if they don't want it. Alright, let me get in here. I kind of feel more comfortable using this with like a smaller window. I guess because it makes these buttons closer to up there. I wonder if maybe it should all be, I don't know. I wonder if some of this stuff should be moved up here. The knobs started out up here on the top right, but I moved them down because you need more space to like go up and down to drag them. But maybe they could go there if I gotta play with that again. Let's see, so Stencil is this one now, the little mask looking one. Not sure if that totally makes sense, but that's what we got for now. The only Christmas music I like is Vince Guaraldi. Everything else drives me crazy. I don't know why this gives me like a Vince Guaraldi feeling. Oh God, this looks creepy. What am I doing? Okay, stencil. Okay, as always, I'm trying to pick and not eyedrop as much as possible. Just pick unique colors, especially in the beginning. I want to be a little bit like crazier with my colors in the beginning, because as the painting goes on, it's just going to become more and more dull, you know, so might as well try to get the juice going early on. There's something weird with the eyedropper. I definitely think it's nice to not have to jump down here all the way down to get these tools. There's something nice about having everything in one spot because you're kind of used to going over there. Like your hand is sort of got the muscle memory to go over there. So I think jumping around sort of like ruins the flow a little bit. Maybe these need to go back up here, like how it was in the older version. But gotta figure out what to do with these knobs, because it's awkward when they're up in the corner because you can't go up anymore. We'll figure it out. Customizable blocks of buttons so the user can drag them around. Yeah, I think that could be cool. Right now, the way that you customize is you have this favorites system here. You can like turn on and off favorites, and then they update up here on the toolbar. So I'm thinking right now we have favorites for all the regular tools, but I need to add in the smudge, blur, eyedropper. All these need to be added in there. Even undo, I think, can go here so that they can be like checked on and off. And then but yeah, maybe you could be able to drag this somewhere or make it vertical even. I don't know. Please add some color hint to RGB slider. What do you mean? There is a color hint. This is the color hint here. I think few buttons can be moved to the bottom like it was before. Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm trying out both ways to see how they both feel. But yeah, like I'm saying, it's kind of nice having everything together, actually, in terms of like muscle memory, so you don't have to like. Anyway, let's see, what am I doing? Let's get some glasses going. What do you guys think about this? Like, you click you click the tool again to open up the options or the tool menu. Do you think that's discoverable, or would that be kind of hard to find if you didn't know it was there? Because if I'm just worried about this is redundant now. This tool button is like doing the same thing as that. I think the eyebrows always throw me off. classic right there. It's the music of our generation. Hey Jaden. Pie menu. Yeah, we can have pie menu. It'll probably be like a Bluetooth hotkey or keyboard thing. Hi Michael. I love your stuff, by the way. You've been on a streak. Yeah, I'm excited for the iOS swap too, but if you, especially if you have, all your work on iOS, you guys should start exporting all your paintings and save them to your computer, because when you update an app on iOS, it, bad things can happen. Like, it can delete all your stuff. It can be crazy. So just to be safe, export all your paintings, the project files at least, and put them to desktop. Did you ever pass the Tesla shop? Yeah, that one. I know that one. Why? Yeah, just make sure to get it off the iPad, because the little document, the documents area in the iPad is prone to get wiped. If the app is ever uninstalled or something like that, like, you want to get those off the iPad onto a computer. Was I on the wrong layer? Yes, I was. Yeah, I don't mean to be scary for you guys, but yeah, it's sort of unfortunate the way that iPad file system works. Like, anytime an app is uninstalled, it deletes all the data associated with that app, and there's no way to make it persistent. Like, every program has this problem. I guess that's why some apps like do cloud saving, which I guess is a little bit safer, but it's also sort of annoying to have to make a cloud account. I don't know. If you are able to add any AI machine learning, what feature would you like to have? I don't know. I think using AI to figure out like the optimum UI would be interesting. Like right now I'm just doing it by, intuition and guessing sort of, but if you were able to, I guess, analyze how people use the program and see what tools they use the most and just optimize it super efficient for whatever they're doing. Maybe it would be like the app adapts to the user, like slowly over time. It starts off with a generic template and then it like slowly changes itself to suit you. I think that would be cool. But in terms of art programs, I don't think it's necessarily like the thing that people enjoy about using it is that they're making everything with their own hands and they're placing each shape, and that's the fun of it for us as humans. As people, we like to touch things and make things. So I think if you take away the making part, then it's actually you're losing something. But I think if you make the making more fun, then that's nice. Hello, I'm streaming. The light. Oh no, I'm melting. Oh. I think it would be cool also to have more procedural stuff in here, like maybe a procedural texture generator so you can make new brush textures like using, just sliding settings around and it generates new stuff for you. I think that would be cool. If the software can tell you don't use a small brush or don't draw detail yet, yeah. That would be nice if it just yells at you constantly while you're painting. It's like a drill sergeant. What do you think that color is? Put that down. You need me to call your mommy? Oh, let me try the other tools here. Blur. Wait, no, this is smudge. It gets really yellow around her nose, but I'm having trouble. I should have done this separately. Oh well. I need to change the sensitivity of this blur. It's way too strong. Let's see if I can get this background lady in one layer. I need to get better at simplifying people. Not used to it. So let me try to just make this more geometric, I guess. think this whole blur, like warpy effect, might work with smudge. Pretty cool. I'm kind of excited to try it. So let's see if we click down here. So it should be the same general colors as this, but a little darker, I guess. I'm gonna try maybe painting it like at the correct, or like a mirror, just without any warping, and then see if we can warp it all at once, like with a blur or something. Can be pretty derpy, I think, because we're gonna warp it anyway. Oh, is that a crash? No. I'm gonna combine everything on one layer with this also, so we can blur it all together. The order that I did all this is pretty bad. I did all like opposite. Front to back instead of back to front. I'm already kind of forgetting how to paint in order. Okay guys, let's try it out. Let me save this one before I smudge it. King Express. Okay, now we're gonna smudge it. With a giant brush. Ooh. That looks weird. Strength. Oh wait, I don't have strength working yet. Damn it. No. Okay. What about super low blur? Yeah. Can use it with a rectangle. Not exactly how I hoped. I need to add in scale control for the smudge. Ah. It would be so cool. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, I gotta fix some stuff before I attempt this. I wonder if chisel radial would work here for this like choppy. Not really. Hey Erwin, thank you. I love the paintings you've been doing. First time impression, I thought it was a procedural software like a music visualizer. I've always loved the interfaces of music programs. Like the music programs have way cool interfaces usually. Like all the buttons and the knobs and the lights and stuff are just really enticing. Where I feel like, yeah, I don't know why it is, but music software always has this sci-fi, techie, cool look to it. Except for Audacity. Where there be legacy mode for UI. Yeah, I think there's going to be a hardcore mode, which will be like the legacy. Hello, Paul. I know how you can improve popularity of the app. How's that? I've been trying, but I'm not a very good marketer. What do you recommend to study proportions? I think that's more important than anatomy. Winamp? No. Actually, Winamp is pretty cool. Oh, whoa. I miss Winamp. The skins and stuff. Draw nudes. Oh yeah, is that allowed on YouTube? I could try that in the future. I do miss figure drawing. Kind of like this derpy version more than the non-reflected version. Yeah, and I guess to study proportions, just draw a lot. Painting isn't going to really help you with proportions much, so drawing is much faster. And drawing is all about proportions, so just draw everything. Draw life. Pretty boring answer, but you kind of gotta do it. It's kind of fun to draw these wonky reflected versions. It's like a cartoon. Why do I keep doing portraits with glasses? It's so freaking annoying. Get in the way and like complicate all the shadows, and then there's like reflections, and it's killing me. Where's the hair? For marketing advice, I'd rather go ask Costa Long. He has helped grow channels like Ahmed Aldouri and Ethan Becker. He's a student of Kevin Chen and Han. Costa Long. Oh, I never heard about him. But I know Ethan and Ahmed, sort of. I don't really know Ahmed, but I know Ethan actually used to be my student at CDA back in the day, when he was a wee little zygote. But yeah, I should. But the other thing is, I do realize, and I understand that doing a YouTube channel like how Ethan is doing is a lot of work. That's tons of work, which I don't think I can do. Like I'm already sort of dying just keeping up with heavy paint stuff and whatever else. But it would be cool if Ethan, did a review of heavy paint at some point, although I don't know if that would really match with his channel. But I don't know, maybe someday. Have I heard about the chaos at Blender regarding AMD? Over 40 bugs since the driver. Oh wow. When did that happen? That's a bummer. NVIDIA GPUs have much better API. Yeah, I have NVIDIA over here, so I don't know, but that stinks. Okay, let me zoom out. Do some mouse painting. Eat my cookie. will say that the reflection was definitely the most fun part of this painting. I should try to do more wonky reflection stuff. I think that might be a cool theme, just looking for interesting reflections to paint. Only one person works on OpenCL from AMD. Well, yeah, isn't AM? I thought AMD was like a big part of OpenCL because that's like their sort of answer to CUDA, right? Is that how it works? I'm not sure. Okay, I think I can call this test finished. There's a couple things I need to fix, like I noticed the sliders, there's a dead zone between them. But for the most part, everything seems to be working. I think I like it. It's a little bit weird because I'm getting used to having these things moved around, but I think I like the icons. It's more compact, it's more all together. I might try, oh fuck. I might try moving some of these knobs back up here just for fun, see how it works. And I still have the urge to remove this redundant tool button. Let me make sure this thing works. Did a lot of painting this year, actually. I think this is the most paintings I've done in a year. 2020. Probably. Yeah, how many files do we have here? 758? Seriously? Well, that's all, like, a lot of them are doubles because of the, let's divide that in two, so, or maybe three. There's at least 200 paintings in here for this year. Right? Can't believe that. I don't feel like I've done 200 paintings this year. Okay. Anyway, thanks for joining in, guys. This build of heavy paint that we use today is up on www.heavypaint.app. If you want to use it, it's free. Just go to this top button here. It says Layers Experimental Version, and you can download this one. But yeah, use at your own risk. I mean, today it behaved pretty well, no crashes, so I think I'm feeling a little bit more confident with it. Okay, thanks for joining in, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.